Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out with the ARL 44 here. Almost done this grind. I guess I have probably like 3 or 4 battles left in this thing. Hopefully everyone's having a very nice day so far. This stream is going to be like other ones where I'll be taking a lot of viewer tank requests, so feel free to request any tanks. Otherwise I'm just going to be, mixing in the standard, mostly tanks I'm grinding, which I still am on, the ARL 44 here. I have the RU-251 TVP TVU, yeah, and also the Nashorn. I always forget one of them. I thought I was on the T-34-100 still. Nice to see some of you guys are here already though. Labobo, Kona, and Carl. It's been a little bit more news coming out about, like future updates and stuff for World of Tanks since the last stream. So there's a pretty strong chance, I wouldn't say it's confirmed, but that video I made last week, it came out yesterday that basically the Object 777 version 2 is going to be the new tier 10 Russian heavy tank. Guess I got lucky and guessed, but again, it's not confirmed, so right now it's just rumors. A lot of sites are kind of recirculating it, but it's definitely not anything based off of like anything specifically from Wargaming yet. Other than that, it looks like the tier 10 Russian medium that hasn't been announced. No news on what exactly that is. However, it's rumored to not have a 360 degree turret on it, so that's plausible. I could see that being definitely a possibility. I was kind of poking around to see what it might be, but I really couldn't find anything that stood out as far as possible possible tanks that would fit in there. So whatever it's going to be, most likely it's something that isn't exactly a well-known tank. Ah, crap. Glad he didn't do any damage. I was trying to sneak a shot in the Tiger 2, but that didn't work, obviously. Ah, are you kidding me? I screwed up again. I didn't think he could hit me through that. Oh my god. Yep, this is going to be a really short match here. He's going to one-shot me. Or not. Maybe I scared him with my gun. I thought that T-28 prototype couldn't hit me through that gap, but I guess I turned my turret a little bit too much. Please don't have the big gun. Yay. I live to fight another day, even though I just screwed up massively and took that gigantic hit from that T-28 proto. I knew he was shooting through there, he nailed me right on the turret. I wasn't paying that close attention, obviously. Hello, GG and Merlin. Otherwise, I'm still kind of thinking that this week we will see the public test server come out for the next patch. Most likely like Thursday or Friday. So that'll be fairly interesting, having to cover all that, at least from my perspective. There's a lot of changes coming out. Hello, Daniel. I'm not surprised I made a little bit of a hiccup there. I was running a little bit behind today. Yeah, he's coming to finish me off. At least I got one more hit on him. I'll gladly take that. We should be able to finish him off pretty easily. He's two-shottable by most things. Not a great match though, but at least we're gonna win it. We're up by 5. Alright, I need to fix my... There we go. I was watching a couple live streams yesterday, just fiddling around playing. It was mainly like a Civilization I was playing, and I had a couple live streams on, so I had to turn my volume down. I couldn't hear anything there. Oh, not a Decker Max. I want to do a National. There we go. Alright, so T110E5 and a T110E3. Still kind of setting My window's up over here. It's pretty cold there, Fix It Man. Okay, VK 4502A, I believe. Otherwise, there is a new premium tank coming out somewhat shortly for at least the NA server, but it looks like across other servers as well. Not guaranteed again, but it looks like it's going to be the ELC Even 90. So I wouldn't be surprised if they buff that, like kind of like they did with the T92 Lite the day before they release it. Just release like a little micro patch. Yeah, right now, like that tank, it looks like it's gonna be annoying to fight against. It's got really insane camouflage, and the thing, it's smaller than a Crusader here at tier 8. Like the thing is gonna be really hard to hit. Think Leopard here with a smaller turret and also like half the size, the hull. It's, you know, it's basically like a little ant running around at top speed, but you know, the gun on it is just so bad that it's not exactly gonna perform very well from the looks of it. But it looks like that will be the tank that's going to be coming out next in the premium shop. I think it's like January 20th or something along those lines. Okay, we have a Hellcat pushing here. Yep, and he actually got across. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not top tier, not that I could really push in this tank because it has no armor and it's really funky to use. But given that my team is camping the base, I kind of have to go with them. I can't exactly like just push out on my own in this thing. I'm actually surprised I penned him, unless he has the top turret there. I'll whack him with an HE shell. But not that I'm not doing anything. It's just we're gonna lose a lot of the map here. No problem, Kona. Thanks for watching. It's always nice. Like even though I was late today, a few of you guys beat me here. I always try to set up, you know, at least like an hour early, but I couldn't fall asleep last night. Which tonight, be playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground again. So if you would like to see me die over and over, check out tonight's stream. Should be pretty interesting. It's always a fun time in that game now. Hopefully this stream, you know, I'll have a little bit more matches under my belt to where I'll be able to not die instantly. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. But it is a really challenging game. There's actually, since I was just talking about other stuff coming up in World of Tanks, it looks like Wargaming, for the NA server, it's a little bit of a toss-up because they don't do many tournaments anymore, but it looks like Wargaming's looking to introduce more rewards for like the daily tournaments and stuff. They happen a lot on the Russian server, the EU server, even the SEA server. I don't even know if he spotted me. I don't have 6th sense on this. I don't think he did, but there's a possibility. More or less, it's going to be like an in-game mission, I think, to where when you join the tournament, it shows up as like a little mission, and they're going to reward like low tier, like tier 4 to tier 6 tanks. So it looks like they're putting a little bit more effort into tournaments. You know, who knows, they might put something in the game to make them a little bit more visible for most people. Because most of the time, like when you join them, it's like not exactly the most, or the easiest, I should say, like user interface and like explained. Like a lot of it's kind of set up outside the game. You have to like, yeah, it's confusing. I did a few of them before and it doesn't look like they improved much upon it. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of people over the hill. I'm probably, like, I have an HE shell loaded right now, but yeah, if it's gonna be something like a Tiger P, I need a little bit of APCR. for this guy. Unless I get a decent shot to where I can hit him in a weak spot. Come on. But my team, you know, decided to camp the base, which, you know, it can work. But that doesn't exactly make for very riveting gameplay here, especially in a national where I'm just kind of, you know, sitting back. Might be a good thing though. Like if I was in a medium, I probably would have done something stupid and got myself killed. Trying to work on that. That's my World of Tanks 2018 resolution there. Hello, Kruk, Leonard. And also, Tommy. Uh-oh. Yep, he definitely saw me. That guy spotted me. I might actually die here. I can't completely run away here, because, you know, falling back too much, it's just gonna fall right into my lap here sooner than later, so I might as well get another shot. It's Tiger P though. At the range I'm at, you know, the armor on his tank's a little bit better than you usually associate with a Tiger P. Alright, excellent. Only because I can't, like, hit his weak spot very well. But yeah, that BDR did a pretty good job there. I'm gonna set up... I should be able to outspot the OI. Hopefully. Or somebody else can spot him for me. I'll take that. Nope. I'd say he probably saw me there, but I'm just keeping track. Even though I don't have max view range on this, looking at the mini-map, the OI, I believe, sits just a hair bit under where most TDs are at mid-tiers. But who knows? At least off the top of my head, I guess a lot. You know, Sixth Sense definitely helps with that, but IKV looks like he almost drowned himself. We have a lot of people dying in the center here. Hello, William. Nice to see you. He's behind that rock. KV3. You know, I might actually, you know, die here because I'm just gonna rush right in. All right, good. They spotted him. I don't think the KV3 is a bot. He's just really, really campy. Because bots do not know to run back to the base like that. Very nice though. I got 1700 damage, 400-ish assists. That's not too bad. Given that, you know, with how our team set up, it could have went a lot worse than that. Yeah, I don't want the Laza there. Master Rad second class. Yep, top 2 damage. Overall, that went out a lot better than it initially looked. So I have a T110E3 up for my first request here. Hello, Pooty and Leg. I don't have a mouse with that, but I have 0 3 marks. But then again, I reached a couple tanks where I probably have like close to 100 battles in, but yeah, most tanks I don't even have that amount of battles in. I'm getting close to a lot of them. Like the T110E3, I know I've played 100 times since they've come out, but I only have 2 marks on this one. Hello, Grigsby. Nice to see you. I wonder if a lot of people do not like the T2065 right now, since it seems like a lot of people hate the Patriots in football. Not that I really follow football too much, but when it's the playoffs, we usually, you know, watch it when we're over, like hanging out with a family or something. I feel like next weekend's gonna be fairly interesting. Hello, Warren. Nice to see you. Nice, you got the T-54? I'm glad you could get to that. Hello, Colin. And nice guy, nice to see you as well. Yeah, I see that tank there. However, I am not sitting at the base that long. What always gets me is, like, already said WTF. Like, yes, Lopez, nice to see you over on Twitch. Like, already saying that, like, you can definitely, like, ping, but all I would do, especially in a mobile already like that, is just move up to, like, F1. He has shots into A2, much better shots, all, you know. I'd rather, and when I'm in an SPG, set up over here, because you can hit around this corner better. Unless people are sitting really far back in the open, you have better shots going up the one line than you do over here. So while it looks like a safe spot to go in Artie, I don't know why people go down that far, because usually that's the weakest flank and you have the worst chance of surviving there. None of these people even realize this bat chat's out. I'm gonna take one for the team here and probably regret it, but right now if we get stuck in that corner the entire game, we're not gonna like the outcome here. Yep, that hurt. I'm probably gonna end up getting artied. More or less, I'm just hoping that my team does something with this. Like, I am going out on a little bit of a limb here. Ah, crap. Yeah. I guess gave him a free shot there, and I'm dead. My team didn't do anything at all with that. But I shouldn't have went out as far as I did, but I was going around these guys. I was trying to get right about here because I could hold down, but they were hitting me pretty well on that lower plate. But unfortunately, I was really hoping that these guys here that moved over would have pushed, and then I could have leapfrog up with them, but it just never happened. T110E3 is not invincible. PK3002D, AV90, yep, I've got those. So let me hop into the E5. Say a Hungarian word? Don't know I know any of them, leg. Super Bowl snack? That sounds good to me. I would, honestly, something like that I would enjoy, but I know, like, as far as, like, say, Ryan and I's family and stuff, I would say probably very limited on the amount of people that would enjoy the brie and crackers, yes. Usually, like, when it comes to, like, snacks and stuff like that, I like easy things. Like, if it's hot, something to stay in, like, a crock pot or something. Otherwise, yeah, cheese and crackers, you can never go wrong with that. Hello, Conrad. Like, I like different kinds of, like, dips and stuff. Say, like, actual, like, real buffalo chicken dip, or, like spinach artichoke dip, stuff like that I like. The only problem with that is, you know, if you don't eat it that day, then finishing it off, sometimes you kind of feel a little guilty. It's definitely not the healthiest thing to eat. Hello, Floyd. Alright, matchmaking. Let's get going here. But I would reckon, as far as like the next patch, it's like there's, you know, a few little things coming out about it, but like I'm saying, the public test server happens end of this week, opens up, but we should see like more official notes about the patch. I would say maybe starting today, but possibly tomorrow. Usually they release it like about a day ahead of time. Hello, Chris. Yeah, I'd say as far as caviar goes, I don't think I've ever had Russian caviar outside of just like a very, very small amount in culinary school, because a lot of like your tuition if you go to culinary school is food costs. Well, yeah, buffalo wings, pretzels, like football, stuff like that. I love wings. We do, granted, I like buffalo wings, but I really like, we have a raspberry barbecue sauce that we use at the restaurant, and I love it. But it's kind of like tangy, but you know, a little bit sweet. But you know, as far as like parties and stuff goes, when we're not like big parties, but you know, people hanging out watching sports and stuff, we don't do a lot of it, but I prefer things that aren't that messy, because if it's at our house, I'd rather not have to clean up stuff spilled on the floor or anything. But nice to see everybody that just popped in now. I'm still kind of getting up myself here. Levi and I had a little bit of a late start today. He was definitely chomping at the bit to get into the computer room here, though. I don't know if this is going to be the smartest of choices. I knew I could get the E50M now. This guy... Dude, are you reloading? He's reloading. Like, what? Why? Like, it still ended up, but I did not expect to... Oh god, there's a badger. I can't pen him with standard AP here. Yeah. Even with heat, it's gonna be a little bit depressing when a tank can sit out there like that and know that you can't really penetrate it. Like, luckily he over-angled a little bit to aim at me, but yeah. Granted, he got a little ahead of himself and he's gonna die because of that. Hell, I just bounced off of him there because his side armor is even ridiculous. Now it's a heat shell. Granted, I think I did hit the top of his track, so that probably had something to do with it. No, I should aim at the TVP, even though I just got myself, yep, a little bit too far out here. And this is possibly gonna get me killed. Ooh, awesome. Probably one more shot on this guy. Don't need to. The 113's shooting heat, so I was not expecting that. Granted, 113s, I don't blame him for using heat. Sometimes that gun is a little bit like trolly, but so far we're doing pretty well. We're up by 5 tanks, kind of the standard win the south, and usually you're in a pretty good spot to win. Doesn't mean we're actually going to get this, because we have a few issues with them pushing now. I'm actually going to go more towards the center. I could sit on the cap, however, given my HP, like they have a JPZ 100, they do have tanks that if they start pushing back, capping isn't going to be viable. Whenever I see a Badger, I'm just like, crap. Like, why does it have to be me? Especially if they're aiming at me. Well, Type 5 and a mouse pretty much means definitely going to swap over to premium rounds. Especially at this range. This is why you do not go to the town a lot of times though, unless, like, putting a few people, all fine and dandy doing that, but putting the amount that they did, usually you have way more than the enemy team into the town, and once you get it, like, pushing out of it is hard from either side. It's a little bit easier coming south and pushing north once you push through, because there's less cover and you can push people back to these two spots. But for the most part, you're better off winning the south. It gives you more options, and you even still have a chance to fall back and kind of protect your base. I thought I was going to blow through that building. There you go, teammates. Shoot him. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and I shot too high there. Might want to watch your shot, T-57. Hello, Blue Master. Hello, Max. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, William. You go, little buddy. Took the biscuit here. He's like, finally, someone remembered. Limbo's through these guy, and he can't actually eat a full one. They're a little bit too big for him. As far as damage goes, our 50B did an excellent job there. You know, 2600 isn't too bad for an E5. Let me VK4502A, and then after that, I'm gonna pop into a tank grind, probably like the RU251. The VK here. Hello, Mojo. Opinion on the T10. Hello, Englewood as well. So, as far as like more Russian tank changes, as far as the tier 9 they're putting in, the Object 257 that's replacing the T10 and the IS-7 line, it's already in the game. Let me do it after the battle here so I can actually show you guys instead of just babbling. But I do have a video up of the, most of you probably have seen it though, the Object 777 version 2. It's rumored, it was rushed yesterday, it came out about it being the kind of confirmed as the tier 10. Again, it's nothing concrete. I'd like to pat myself a little bit on the back though for guessing correctly. But you know, it's definitely nothing concrete. I won't go into why I think that, but basically the one website that released it didn't exactly provide tangible evidence that it actually came from a real source, but a little bit more confident that that's going to be the tier 10 heavy. I'll go into the other changes after this here. Got to take my alarm off there. Thought I could hit him. Just barely small enough. I should be able to bounce. Nope, no Emil there. Yeah, maybe I could hit him. Of course it's the Strev S1. I'm gonna have some issues with him. If it was an Udez, I could overmatch him every single time. Being that it's not an Udez, I cannot do that, unfortunately. Are you gonna pop up for me here? No. Kind of waiting to see if somebody comes helps me, because I would rather not. It's just the Strev, given the caliber of my gun, I can bounce off of a lot of his tank. Not that I have a great shot to begin with. Alright, I'm gonna... No, it didn't work. Oh, thank you guys for killing him. Awesome. Alright, I'll head over here because our team's doing... We're up by 5 already. This is one of those matches where, fortunately, I'm on the side of the team steamrolling the other. I'm gonna try my best to... No! I kind of missed. Still worked though. I would say this is actually an underrated tier 10 heavy now, given the buffs it got to its armor somewhat recently. Like 9s and 10s can still punch through it, but it actually has a pretty good chance of bouncing shots now, especially compared to before. Levi, he's a English Springer Spaniel. Let me see if I can get his... I don't know if you'll be able to see him very well. He's in that giant mass of blankets behind me there. Alright. But, nice little win. Nothing too spectacular because our team, we only lost 2 tanks. That was over, like, in the first couple minutes there. As far as the tank, though, replacing the T10. Oh, I'm in the wrong nation. Currently, it's been sitting in the game client for a while. It's the Object 257 here. So... it looks very similar to the Object 252U, also kind of like the Object 260. You know, it has the pike nose like the IS-7 as well. Basically, what you're getting with this thing, they are rebalancing it because more or less, you know, it's sitting at a tier 10 level right now. It's been in the game client for a while. It was initially, I believe, slated to be a Clan Wars reward tank. But more or less what you're getting with this is an Object 252U, essentially, you know, the premium defender that's a little bit too good for tier 8, which is why they don't sell it. You're getting that at tier 9, more or less. They're not exactly similar, but, you know, it's not going to be the fastest tank in the world, but it is going to have a lot of armor, especially on the turret. The frontal armor is pretty damn good as well. Only the lower plates kind of weak, but more or less pretty heavily armored. Not the fastest thing in the world, so slower than the T10, but kind of more in line with the armor on the IS-7 compared to the T10. But otherwise, you know, I kind of made a video of it. I'm not going to go too much into it. This is the rumored tank to come after the T10, the Object 777 version 2. There are a couple other options. It could be, if Wargaming has kept it under wraps, there are like 2 or 3 other heavy tank projects that they could implement instead of this. Nobody knows what the medium tank is going to be yet. That's coming after the Object, what is it? The Object 432. Nobody exactly knows what's going to happen coming after that, since they are changing the tank lines around somewhat. I forget specifically. It's a little bit hard. Like, I'm using this mod mainly because I'm making videos about some of the unreleased tanks in the client. As you can see, there's a lot of them. But let me hop into the next tank here. If anybody does want to, you know, this mod you know, I don't use mods in matches, but this mod is pretty nice just to toy around with, especially seeing like tanks that are in the premium shop and you can't see them in the tech tree. But more or less, it's in Aslan's, I think that's how you pronounce it, mod pack. Otherwise, just look up World of Tanks vertical tech tree mod. I think it's really hard to say it, but it's currently the only mod that you can see the hidden tanks, as far as what I know. Not that I use mods too much, so I could be missing something. But you used to be able to just, it was a really, really small file to download, and you just plopped it in your mod folder, and it just added it into the regular tech tree hidden tanks that aren't released yet. Because in the game client, you know, whether it's for like special events, say like the Halloween mode recently, there's a lot of tanks that you can't see in the tech trees, whether or not they're unreleased or you know, they're just sold in the premium shop and not in the tech tree. But there are a lot of tanks at any given time kind of hanging around there. Doesn't mean that that's all the tanks that are going to be coming out, but it's a good indicator, especially for like small changes in the game. Say like Poland coming up, they're not going to be exactly leaked via that, but if it's just like one premium tank, or say like just one or two tanks getting changed around the tech tree, a lot of times they're in the client because Wargaming will give them to media accounts for like community contributors, stuff like that, to kind of test ahead of time. And with that, they'll definitely be in the game client, even if it's not on the NA server, since the clients are the same across regions. Alright, people, we're fighting ourselves here. I don't know why they want to push out as far as they do there, but that's on them. I think I will... There's a T-49 here that could hit me, but alright, I'll try to take a shot at him. Just trying to hang a little bit. Again, for some reason with this gun, I just cannot hit anything with this thing. Awesome. I don't know what it is about it. Like, that was on me, he just turned, but that previous shot on him, like, 0 damage crit. It's just something about this tank. I don't know if it's all in my head. It could be, but I just can't hit things. And it's not like it's a very inaccurate gun. It's, especially for a light, it's pretty accurate. Alright, I'm gonna fan out this way. Hope this type does not hit me. Yep, Conqueror, I knew you were gonna be like that. I don't have 100% cover here, however, everybody going right up closer there, they're gonna run into like an IS-7 and stuff, so I'm just gonna hopefully give them one other thing to worry about, so they can't just focus on one little area. Yeah, let's say I'm definitely not in 100% cover here, but taking one for the team. And he got me. Ugh. I was trying to chuck heat and pen him, but you know, it wasn't exactly the smartest thing to do. Oh well, moving along. T25-2 here. But that's something to where, you know, I'm trying to get done the RU grind. It's gonna take me forever because I might just put it on the back burner for a while because I'm a little bit overplaying light tanks right now, like a lot. Like a battle here or there is fine, but I just, I prefer a little bit, more towards like heavy tanks and mediums. Vorin, I spend money to get gold, or people are very kind enough, to gift packages. Yeah, the Object 432. I was surprised that he pushed out that way, because that plays, like, it's not exactly heavy tank material, but it has better armor than pretty much every medium at tier 9, so you can actually bounce a lot of damage with that thing, especially side scraping. Getting back to Polish tanks though, so again, this is kind of like very early like rumors that they can't exactly be confirmed, but from the looks of it, it makes sense given what Poland had as far as tanks available to it, because Poland is the next nation coming, and they are slated. I wouldn't be surprised if they came with the World of Tanks 1.0 patch in March with the new graphics. But basically they are the next nation, and the first half of this year they're supposed to release. As far as Polish tanks though, so moving up to tier 5, the tier 1 to 10 line looks like it's going to be mainly medium tanks. At low tiers, they're going to be Polish tank designs leading up to World War II, I believe. Basically, they have a lot of, they call them like tankettes, so like really small tanks. They might be some lights mixed in with the medium line, but they are actually like Polish design and I believe produced tanks. I forget the name off the top of my head. I did post a lot of this in the Discord for the stream. But once you start getting to tier 5, you're going to have several copies of Russian tanks, essentially. Nobody's surprised there, given that Poland, after World War II, essentially licensed and manufactured Russian designs themselves, with a little bit of a spin on it. From what it looks like, they'll have, I would guess, a little bit better accuracy than Russian tanks, but more or less they're going to be T-34 85 tanks. So think the T-34 85 in game, and also the T-34 85M potentially, with a little bit more armor added to it. And then once you start getting to around tier 8, you have T-44, T-54. Again, they're going to be Polish designs, but very similar to their Russian counterparts. They just mostly look different visually, not too different statistically. But the big thing is, as far as like a rumor, we're going to see the T-55. So that was technically a main battle tank. As far as that goes, you know, again, it was basically a Russian design, but Poland was producing it, and with that, you know, it's basically the prototype version of the T-55, not the actual like main battle tank. That would be completely overpowered compared to most tanks in World of Tanks. But off the top of my head, I'm just forgetting the, because at the lower tiers, what was kind of leaked that Wargaming's going with. So there's basically 3 tiers. I think tier 3, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 are basically all the same tank in a way, but basically it's the same tank project with different turrets and guns on them, but the same hull. But who knows? Again, it's all just kind of hearsay right now until Wargaming comments on it officially. But there is an NDA kind of in place for Polish tanks for those people that are testing them, because they are in a testing phase for, you know, a little bit of time now. They're just not in the release version, the game client, so no clue as to what exactly is going to be coming. I didn't exactly have a good battle here. Got shot a little bit, missed a lot of shots, but just kind of going with the flow. Sounds like you got a lot of snow, Victor. Which hello, Hoodwink and Johnny Long. I say we're supposed to get like a 1/10 of an inch coming up here, but why'd I switch to APCR? I'm just gonna shoot him in the side there. Either I'm going to pen the Strov S1 or I'm not. There's no in between because it's going to be bouncing or not bouncing. So APCR would actually hurt my chances to pen him. See you, Warren, if you're popping out. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I don't think it's gonna... Sorry about that. I forgot to actually open something up over here. I will try, Vorin. It's a little bit hard for me, honestly, to kind of remember stuff like that, though. But basically it should be like 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes from now. Alright, but Master Baz second class. Yeah, I don't know how I got that. That was... I could have got a lot more damage there, but I was playing a little bit too safe. But at least I didn't die. So up next we have the Patriot here. There you are. Like, where are you? Levi's like running at me back there. Trying to figure out this one thing over on this side. Oh well, I'm gonna do it sometime later. I'm trying to set up, honestly, a chatbot just for over on Twitch, just to keep track of people's view time until I set something up, you know, in the future if it works across both YouTube and Twitch on the same thing. But I was just trying to do it there, and it's not very great, the UI for the Streamlabs chatbot. I was actually getting really frustrated there because you have to like manually connect it, which I'm used to with Fussbot, but it's not very straightforward as far as that goes. I forget exactly where it's at. Alright, so we do have people out here. It's just whether or not I can make the leap. Nope, the 430 is pushing. Awesome. Whether or not I can make the leap up to the kind of lumber yard there. That's all good, Vorn. You know, I'll try to remember. Okay, they should be aiming at the 1390 right now. Crap. Oof. I completely forgot about him. Yep, that was not good on my part. Oh god. Cody's gonna die now. Are you kidding me? I thought you could shoot through those. That was bad. I need to... Alright. Time to get myself undistracted here. Sorry for whoever requested the Patriot. That was pretty bad. I'll pop back into that. I'm gonna... Let me play something else here before I I'll pop back into the Patriot because that was a terrible terrible match there. When I play T62A here, and let me start a raffle. Sometimes I get myself distracted and I do stupid stuff like that. It's what I get for kind of distracting myself, trying to, you know, pull something up on the stream during streaming. The T2065, yeah, it's a very good tank. It's definitely not good in that situation, you know, pushing higher tiers, and especially it does lack a lot of damage per shot for a heavy tank, so me pushing out there was just stupid. You know, I'm not that much of a threat to tier 9 and 10 tanks, because while you do have a pretty good amount of DPM and the gun's pretty solid, lacking damage per shot, higher tiers are just gonna either out DPM you and out damage you per shot, or, you know, they're just gonna swarm you like that. That was just stupid on my part to push out. My team wasn't pushing out outside of that AMX 1390. Anyway though, let me hop into the T62A for a match. Hopefully I get a little bit of help out over here. I'm not gonna head to the left, only because I think, you know, if I ditch this side, guessing the AMX M454 will head over there, but if I ditch this side, I don't think they're going to be able to hold it otherwise. But yeah, I could be wrong. I'm definitely not going to push like as hard as sometimes I do. Thank you for the free damage. Where are you going, team? I'm a little bit surprised that the Type 4 made it over here. That's actually right. I almost killed that guy because he hit me, but not good. We're putting 2 tanks down there. I don't think it's very smart for us to push down. They have a lot more tanks than we do. They have a lot more armor than we do over here, so pushing into them is not exactly something that makes too much sense. It's better to take little pot shots at them, let them push, hopefully our arty, given that they're on this flank, tries to take a few shots at them, soften them up. But I guess I can at least get out to this rock, given that these guys are not pushing up. I'll get shots on this Type 4 here. Whether or not I can actually penetrate him is another thing. This is where, you know, I like the T62A, but that little bit of gun depression to Object 140 does help out in a lot of circumstances like this. I would be able to hit his turret. Let's see though. He's gonna try to come across, but he should be able to get hit by the guys behind me. Nope, we're not. Okay. Thank you, team. Some really good teamwork we got there. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he could only hit my upper plate, but at least I knew I could survive that. Hello, Luca. Thanks for the challenge, Floyd. I'll get to that. I'll play the Patriot, and then I'll pop into the challenge after that. I guess I'll help with this T92 back here, although he is one-shottable. Hope I can actually land my shot. I can't hit him after that. Somebody back there should be able to hit him. I almost actually got him. We're only up by 2 here. Okay. I have low HP, unfortunately. Seeing if this M46 is able to spot anything, which congrats Mojo on winning the raffle. Just pushing here, it all depends on where their PDs shake out. I'll probably end up finding one, knowing my luck. That's why you don't push the rail there by yourself. Yeah, I can't push this. I'm just hoping I can get out of this alive. The enemy's all balled up in one area, and unfortunately for us, you know, now we're down a tank. I don't know how much HP, I don't know how much HP that Mouse has left on their team. I would not push Artie. Say, I know their bat chat has a pretty good amount of HP, and I'm pretty sure he knows how much I have left. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to push. I kind of have to help these guys over here. Like, I do have heat left, so I can punch through the mouse, but I am leaving our Artie open. It's just, I can't really, with the HP I have, because I stupidly took some damage I shouldn't have from the T-54E1. I should have been a little bit more smart with dealing with him. I could have pulled back, but unfortunately, losing that HP, I can't really take many chances. Crap. I did hit him. It didn't look like I hit him, but I did. Really? 2 bounces on a Conway? Holy crap. Like, he doesn't have much armor to work with. Oh well. I got, you know, the first bounce I didn't care about because I was just taking like a blind shot, but that second one, I don't know how that bounced off of him. Unfortunately, this is all going to come tumbling down on us here. Unless we can get this mouse out. I'm keeping an eye on the Conway, but I could get Artied, I could get bat chatted. Yeah, I got bat chatted. I'm not too surprised. But yeah, the only way we're gonna get through that is, yeah, unfortunately, the mouse is still alive even after that Artie shot. Almost 4,000 damage, but I just didn't have enough HP at the end there to really do anything on my own. I'm gonna play the Patriot again before getting to the challenge I have. We easily lost Ensk. Hello, Evren. Nice to see you. And Fester. Well, as far as teamwork and stuff in public battles, like, you know, I expect I expect a little bit more than I should, but I don't get upset about it. Honestly, like, you know, it's not exclusive to World of Tanks, but you're playing, like, doesn't matter the game online. If you're playing like a competitive multiplayer game, which World of Tanks, you know, it is. You know, it's in the same boat as say like Overwatch and say even like Call of Duty, Battlefield, stuff like that. You're playing with a bunch of random people, so I don't get upset with it because some people expect a little bit too much when it comes to teamwork out of public battles. Like, I always look on the bright side, but when things kind of, you know, don't work out like you would like to, I'm not surprised. But, you know, if you get upset about that, which I see a lot of people, like, you know, whether it's on forums or whatnot, get upset over it, especially in World of Tanks, it seems like it's some people that like ruins their lives with the amount of stress they have. There are modes to where you can play with a team. You can work on strategies and play more competitively, whether it's just like strongholds or tournaments, clan wars, rank battles, stuff like that. There are other options out there, which is, I always just find it, you know, a little bit perplexing at times that people that get really upset over teams don't explore those other options available to them, whether it's in World of Tanks or, you know, any other game. They almost always have a competitive element to the game, just whether or not you kind of make the leap and actually try it. His IS-6 is throwing HE, which is a little bit annoying, but I know I can out damage as far as what I'm taking, so if we can get the T-29 out before he goes hold down, awesome. And if I can hit hatches on the IS-6, even better. But we should have the advantage looking at it here as far as the northern part of this map. Yep, their Yag Tiger went. Okay, he just shot the Ferdy, so I am hoping we can kill him. I might take a hit here, but in this situation, better to just roll the dice and start moving up a little bit better or faster. There's nothing wrong with pushing the town, however, they didn't really have any top tiers over here. Once I saw that, it's pretty much game over, which, you know, it's happened to plenty of people on this map to where your team just decides, nope, not gonna put a lot of people here. You lose, you know, a fair amount of tanks, and at that point they're down by 5 tanks, so their top tiers over in the town here are kind of screwed. Even though a Malshin doesn't play very well, say on hilly terrain, you still gotta try to help your team where they need you the most. I'm gonna try to track him. Shots aren't really going where I want them to be. Nope. Mainly trying to track him because I can get a lot of assist damage, but at this point, oh, Scorpion G just shot me. I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him behind me. To be honest, that's kind of my fault, but it would have been nice not to get hit by him as well. But yeah, we're just gonna blow through him at this point. Doesn't even matter that they're basically in our base at this point. Always keep an eye on silhouettes there, where I would have shot that guy had I actually had a... Oh god. But a little bit better battle than the last. By about, what, 3,000 damage compared to my last Patriot match. I don't think I would. Maybe I will. And I bounce off of him. I might as well just make the leap here. Well, not the leap, but oh no, I almost flipped myself. Try to, you know, spot just push into the base. Hoping that the other guys left are not gonna be right on my right here. I actually did catch him. Or Type 62. Alright, hello Steve-O. Nice to see you. Have I ever platooned with Mike? I don't think so. As far as that Mike. Name does not ring a bell. Usually the only platooning I do is, you know, during streams. If people watching, you know, message me, I do my best to fit them in on Thursday and Fridays. Unless it's like last Friday, I was playing so bad I just had to solo to kind of get in a rhythm. But pretty good fight though in a Patriot here. 4,200 damage and about 1,800 blocked. But definitely better than my last match. And that last end squaddle in the Patriot was just brutal. Got a mastery badge first class though, high caliber, Confederate award, top damage by fairly good amount. And yeah, the enemy team, they just didn't put their high tier tanks in the right spot, which made it pretty easy for us, honestly. Like once I saw that they didn't have like the Yag Tiger, the Malshin kind of set up where I first pushed, you know, it was pretty easy for me just to be able to kind of roll right into them. We had plenty of people up there, so that worked out pretty well there. Alright, so I got an ultimate challenge coming up here. Let me set this up. Just takes me a second to be able to set Streamlabs up to be able to do this. I've been thinking about getting, they're called like a stream deck. I've been thinking about getting that. I was kind of holding off on it because they're not exactly cheap, but essentially it's like it's easy to be able to do certain stream related stuff with, say, like OBS, Streamlabs and stuff right from that by just pressing a button. Alright, there we go. It actually showed up. It didn't show up for a second. I'm like, oh no. Alright, so let's spin this. I am going to have to play a Tier 10 light tank. Awesome. I've not been playing light tanks very well today, so this will be interesting. So I've got to do 2.5 times the HP total of a Tier 10 light in this challenge. Why don't I pick... I'll go with the Sheridan here. I've got to do 4,000 between damage, assist, and blocked. I'm not really going to block anything. I'm most likely going to get a city map too, so... What equipment? Off the top of my head, since I got in a battle here, should be a vertical stabilizer, optics, and a gun rammer. That's pretty much like the default. You know, if you don't have an autoloader or you're not like a different class for like heavies and mediums, I use. Biscuits, got to the next raffle here. And hey, I hit it right on the head. I got a city map. Whenever I get a challenge and it ends up being a light, it's a city map. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. Anyway, though, maybe I should remove light tanks from ultimate challenges. Alright. I'm probably going to end up going on the hill and seeing how that shakes out. I have a feeling that we're going to be a little bit outclassed. He's spotting right down the middle. Okay. That works at lower tiers, but at higher tiers it doesn't work out much because people typically don't push straight down the center here. But I'm just afraid, like, I'm heading up to the hill. My other option is like to go to 1-2 line, but I don't know. It's just the hill. I have a feeling we might be a little bit outgunned here. Yeah, our E50 is not heading up here. He's not even moving at all. They're not even loaded. Crystal Math is the username, but yeah. I guess I'm gonna hope I don't get pushed on early here. No Artie, so nobody's sitting in that usual spot. Oh lord, yep, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle here. I don't think they're going to be able to push up. I've actually got to stick my neck out here because that, God, I guess bounced, and yeah, this Object 432, he is tracked. Yep, I am really screwed here. I have to kind of make the best of this and try to run away, because I am going to be absolutely murdered otherwise. I don't even care that you shot me, Emil. I'm really sorry for pulling in front of you, but that is not winnable. The amount of people they have on the hill compared to what we have up there, that is not a winnable fight. I just have to hope that... I'm not even playing for the challenge right now. I'm not going to get it. It's the only way I can get the 4K is if I had spotted something early. But, yeah, I just have to hope that, like, I'm gonna start getting shot from the hill here. That we can basically, yeah, nope, TVP's got me. I had to pull back here, and now I'm capable of getting shot from somewhere else. Maybe I can squeak through. But yeah, this is pretty much a moot point. Congrats on winning the challenge, Floyd. I have a feeling, though, I am going to remove lights from the ultimate challenge, because for some reason, whenever I get one of a light in a challenge, it's pretty much over once I get a city map. You know, at the 2.5 times multiplier here. It's not impossible, but it's just, you know, it's kind of over a lot of times when you just don't get that decent start. Oh well, congrats on winning the challenge, Floyd. So as far as challenges go, if the person that challenged me wins, so if I don't reach that, they get, let me pull this up, they get their name up on the board here. The sponsor and challenge board. I'm still toying with, I do need to switch things. I just haven't figured out what I want to switch the white ones to. They're all the challenge victors. They also get the purchase price back. For the ultimate ones, you get a little bit extra back as far as the price that it costs to buy that. But and if I win, you get a good match. Anyway, let me hop into the mouse here. That was a really bad battle, but I think I'm gonna do that though, because I'm gonna remove the lights from the ultimate challenge, because really the tier 10 light is the only option up there for light, because the other like tier 9, 8, 7, I can pick anything in those tiers. But it's just with matchmaking, not knowing what map you get. To me, it's not fun watching me trying to do a challenge in that, because it's pretty much over before it started. Well, I know you feel like the Grand Battle map's easy to get, you know, the 2.5 times multiplier. I don't think so, because there's so many times in Grand Battles you just get pretty much focused on if you make one little mistake. Thanks for the other challenge, Labobo. Which they did release a video kind of teasing. What is it? Nebelberg or something? I forget what it's called. Or basically the non-Klondike Grand Battle map. I don't even remember the name of it because I don't like it very much. Basically they are rebalancing that, when it goes to HD, more or less with it. So the center is the problem on that map right now. They're changing it to where right now only the one side has entrance easily into the center. They're leaving basically. I'm trying to think of the map. I forget what side's which, but more or less they're just closing off the side that has two entrances, so both sides can go up into the center of that grand battle map. They're closing that off so the team that doesn't have its own entrance has that, and the other team has the other side. So I think that'll help that map out a lot. It's still going to be a little bit annoying playing it, but it should be a little bit better, just given that one little change. Well, I'm not saying it like that, poser, that where I go into knowing that I can win them, but getting a light on a city map like that, it's not that, you know, I have no chance at winning it. It's just ultimate challenges, they used to just be me picking whatever tank I want. I'm doing the wheel thing, so it's a little bit more, so I don't pick the same tank over and over, but it helps me pick tanks at times. But it's pretty much just the likelihood of me winning a light tank on a city map is god awful at 2.5 times to where, yeah. I'm going over here, and yeah, I thought I might get one person to kind of pull over with me, but no. So I guess I'm just going to camp in a top tier heavy. Sounds bad, but unfortunately, I guess it's what I got to do, because they're not going to have 0 people over on this side. I know I can set up on this building, it's just, I really had hoped that I could at least have, say if it was just even one other person, I would give it a whirl and a mouse and kind of play a little bit further back here, but being absolutely alone, I can't do that. Hello, Madalena. I don't think I have any maybe I do. Holy crap, I do have a shot in E5. Doesn't hurt to check. I'm actually really surprised because he was not getting shot all that much. See, Mr. Skoda, he definitely sees me. Don't think he had 6th sense. I swapped the APCR for the E5, but now I'm basically gonna get shot up for the rest of the battle, which I'll gladly take as long as my team wins this side. I have a shot there. I just don't want to turn my turret and give these guys a free shot at me. Yep, so far so good. We're up by 3. Hardest part's pushing around that D2 spot. I don't want him to slip by here without actually being able to spot anything. Whoa. I got hit by 3, but I'm assuming that there's one other. So I would not push over there. Nothing wrong with literally just letting their 3, 4, whatever tanks sit out over there. I don't care that I'm just kind of camping in a way, because at least I'm camping with a purpose. I would not do that, M41. You're gonna die. He's still pushing for it. Even though it looks like the Skoda T50 went back. Holy crap, he didn't die. Oh, I was wrong there. Extremely lucky though, that Centurion missed him 2 times. But this should be pretty easy now. That little building though, if you have armor and you don't think that side's gonna work out, surprisingly you can set up there and hold it back, even if you're just a single tank sometimes. Because usually you have enough people camping back here, plus you're arty, that it's really hard for an enemy force to push into you. Unless your teammates just don't help you at all. Had I went out there alone though, I probably would have died. If they had 3 tanks just push on me all alone. Might have made it out given I'm in a mouse, but we'll never know. Well, that's definitely safer than I typically would play in a mouse, but it was a smart thing to do. As long as our other side was doing fine, we're gonna win as long as, you know, I don't let them flank us. I definitely lose out on causing damage and also getting shot at, but as long as we win. I still did 1800 damage. But that's where, like, if I was, say, really caring about, say, win rate 8 and stuff, I wouldn't have done that. I probably would have taken a chance and push out, because I know that I could have gotten assist damage from keeping people spotted. I could have potentially gotten more damage even if I died, or I guess would have went to the 2 flank and just left that flank all the way open. So you do think a little bit differently when you don't care about, you know, padding damage and stuff, which I'm perfectly fine with. Other people though, not so much. Those are the people where they might do what I have, you know, did there, but they'll be like pinging the map and like begging people for help and like screaming at them. I don't think I'm gonna get. Nope, missed. Hello, John. Nice to see you. And Dylan. Oh, the Christmas hat, it's not gone forever. It can be bought for stream currency, and Christmas comes early. I should be getting today, I mentioned one of the, which not a bad amount of damage, especially for just kind of playing it really safe there. So let me hop into, I'll do the T20 before getting to the PZ7 challenge here. I should be getting that tank helmet today, I believe, that I was mentioning. So you might see that on, I don't know about tonight, but maybe another stream. I'm fairly sure. I'm going to try to hook up like a headset inside of it. It's going to take me a couple days maybe to do that. Alright, so airfield here. I'm gonna play the center. I've been having, if you notice for like the past week or two, whenever I get this, I've been playing more towards the center. I find, while it still can go really crappy if your team loses up here, unless I'm in like a really heavy tank or something, the center opens up more options to you, to where you can help the north if you have to. You can help the south, help the center, you can do a bunch of different things. So I found going here is a little bit safer of a choice in the beginning. Definitely helps if you have gun depression, but I will admit this is still not one of the tanks that I play very well. Or not tanks, maps, excuse me. I like the T20. Some people are down on it, but really it struggles on smaller maps like this because the gun doesn't have a ton of DPM. But it hits pretty hard for a medium, and you have pretty good penetration, especially with APCR. So you're never going to really be against tanks that you can't pen, as long as you carry some APCR with you. Let's see if I can get up a little bit of a... Of course I shot the pillar. There is one already. He's going to hit me, so I might as well take that. I don't think I'm gonna get... maybe I will. I thought he was gonna drop down. Really bold for a Leo to stay up here when he knows he's getting shot at, but who am I to judge? But given that there is only one SPG, I kind of took the chance that they wouldn't focus on me. Alright, it looks like we're going to be able to win the South here. See you, William. Thanks for popping by. Hope you have a nice day tomorrow, since I know it's pretty late there for you. Enjoy, if I don't see you next stream, enjoy the football games coming up this weekend, since it seems like if you're going to watch the Super Bowl, you enjoy football. Concerned about that KV2. These guys, if they hit me, whatever, but a KV2 hits me, I could die in one shot. Got a little cheapy shot there. Gonna pull back and I'll be able to hit him again. The further you pull back, dude, the less safe you are. He's gonna be able to aim in better. But he's dead. So far so good though, our team's up. I always take a look, like if I need to move somewhere, see how well my team's doing. Like we're up 9-3, so I don't have to play this terribly safe. If I make a mistake, it's not the end of the world for my team. Not that I want to make a mistake, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty much over at this point. But it is something to where if like it's close, that's when sometimes I'll play, you know, a little bit safer if I don't think I need to make a move or anything. But if we're up by a lot, sometimes just rush in, you know. The worst that happens is you die, but your team's still gonna win. I don't think I'll be able to get this KV2. Nope. Pretty good match though. 1800 damage. Quick 1800 damage at that. Match is only going to take about 4 minutes here. Okay, maybe I could have shot him. I'm really surprised he did not die. I started looking at the other screens. All right. Congrats, Colin. IS-3 is a great tank. Alright, so let me get to a PZ7 challenge here. We had a Mastery Badge second class here, top damage. Hey, stop that. Stop. His Levi and his allergies, they're acting up a little bit because we're switching over to we had basically his shots. This is the first time he went from like every other day to now it's every 5 days, so he has to get kind of acclimated to it again. He keeps trying to, which, let me see the 8. Oh, there we go. I need to see the HP on this. I've got to do 5,000 damage, assist, and blocked all combined. Might not be able to get it considering I am planning to go over here, but we'll see. Kind of wish it was standard instead of encounter, because I am tempted to head over here since that's where the objective is, but you know, I am the only armored tank outside the Type 4 on my team, so I kind of have to head over this way. But we'll see how my team plays out. If nobody heads over here with me, screw them. I'm not pushing there by myself. But I have a feeling that If we don't have me over here, we'll lose it pretty quick. Hi, little buddy. Hi. Yeah, you're not gonna beg something out of me. We'll see about the blocking. Like, they have an E100, T92, T10s have really good premium rounds. Yag Tiger does as well. They have a lot of tanks that their premium rounds will cut through this. For anyone that does like playing this type of tank, the new Russian heavy line, the rear turreted ones, you're really gonna like those. They do look... They need to honestly nerf the tier 10. So the tier 10 basically is the PZ7 here, but smaller, and it's better at side scraping. It has better armor. It's honestly, it does need a little bit of tweaking. I might actually regret going here if I get spotted. I took a chance just going down this route, but you know, if you're spotted before, you can get shot from the middle area. So far we haven't seen the E100, which is good for me. Thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. Yes, Grigsby. That's the biggest change. The T10 is more speedy. The gun also is a little bit more... Not that the T10's gun is medium-like, but the Object 257 replacing it. 2-0 damage crits there, but at least I'm getting assist damage. Object 257 has higher alpha, I believe, on the gun when it's coming at tier 9. Worried about the KV4. Nope. IS-7, or IS-3, excuse me. It actually has a... maybe it does. It does have the top gun. I thought that was the small gun for a second. Looked like it had a pretty good rate of fire on it. Come on, I would like to hurry up because we're gonna lose that other flank. Oh my god, I didn't even see him. And he can actually hold down. This is not good for me. Really not good for me. Here goes all my HP. Thank you very much, Yag Tiger, for ruining my little moment there. Alright. Now, even though we're up by 2, this is not in the bag here. No campers. I don't think he's talking to us, but I don't know why that guy's mad. I don't want to stop too long because this guy is AFK, but I don't want to be spotted. We're only up by 1 right now, and I'm hoping they can deal with this TVP without me heading here. Because we don't have anyone... Yeah, he's going to take that guy out. We don't have anyone to deal with their arty, which is scaring me here. But thank you very much for the challenge, Labobo. Yeah, I had to reach 5k and I'm pretty far past it at this point. This might actually get me kind of screwed up here. It's just we really need to go down here. I can't justify pushing all the way that way to Artie because I won't make it. But our Centurion 7 should go try to spot for us to kill their Artie. I don't have too high hopes for us right now though, because most likely their side over here, they seem a little bit more put together than we do. I'm trying to push out here given that I have the most armor. Very nice there. It's just if we start dropping tanks one by one, we'll be in a little bit of trouble. The M46, I don't know where he's at. I'm kind of hoping that he's saying the A line. because if I can kill the T-34, that'll give us a good shot at being able to deal with this E-100. I actually missed there. I was trying to double tap him and hit him in the track again. Sorry, Mr. Cent 7. Just a little bit too far there before we knew where that M46 was. He might actually survive this though, if this M46 doesn't hit him. Ooh, why'd you just ram him? Good crap, he did survive. Pretty good match here, I would say. Thanks for picking this tank, Labobo. Definitely helped that I was top tier, but regardless if, you know, as a higher multiplier for the challenge, I think I was gonna get this. Down there. At least the T-92. The M40, he might have squeaked by. Nope, he didn't. Awesome. I probably just missed my one chance at him. But 6,200 damage, 2,100 block, and 1,800 assist. How do you side scrape and spot? So, more or less, like with this tank, I'll try to point it out here. I'll do it after. I'd like to get one more shot here, but nah, it's not gonna happen. So, side scraping. Put your turret front here, keep your side at auto bounce, and just kind of pull back until you're able to shoot. Now I'm over angled here. The PZ7 though, it has that little bit of the turret bulge to where that is a weak spot. A lot of tanks though, which, let me get through this first. I got a ace tanker here. Thank you for the challenge again, Lavoa. This is a fun battle. High caliber, also Confederate award. But yeah, easily the most amount of damage in this match. And yeah, a lot of blocked, a lot of assist. I'm glad I had a credit booster too. I only used a few premium shells. It was mainly for the E100. I think I loaded up one or two. Otherwise, it was just all standard. But glad when that Yag Tiger popped me with a shell and the T10 started shooting heat, I'm glad we wrapped those up because heat does go through this a little bit too easy sometimes. Thanks again for the challenge though. That was a fun battle there. Let me just set something up here. As far as side scraping though, it all depends on the tank, but more or less, so say that, which, thanks for the other challenge, Victor. Which tank, or which, and for tipping Levi, which tank would you like that challenge to be? But yes, first ace as well. You're not guaranteed not to get permatracked, Grigsby. That is kind of the downside. But more or less, you know, say you have cover here, you're trying to put, say, your weak spot. If it's the lower glacis on a tank, you know, try to hide that. And you're just trying to poke out. Just with a rear mounted tank, it's easier to do that. Like, say, even a mouse 2, because you have to expose less of your tank before your gun comes out. To where you're just pulling back to hide, say, your frontal weak spots, and you keep your side at an auto bounce angle. It does kind of work. You even, say, like a Super Conqueror, it's not great at doing it, but most tanks can side scrape. They're just less effective at it, to where like side armor for the hull is not too great on a super conqueror, but you still can pull back. If people are firing heat and it hit your tracks, it's not going to go through. But as long as you keep it near auto bounce or at an auto bounce, they can't pen you. They still can pen like your turret weak spots, and sometimes like if your tank's turret is in the middle or the front, you will expose like a really small area here, to where it doesn't make you immune, but it definitely helps you block damage. For like certain tanks, like in the tech tree here, if I can pop over, like I mentioned, the object 432 here, the tier 10 coming after it looks like it's going to be set up like this as well. Even though this is a medium, it's really angled, and you can actually side scrape with the thing, because with 80 millimeters of hull armor on the side, if you keep it at a high enough angle, things can't overmatch you, and the effective armor, you can ricochet stuff off and they won't be able to pen you very easily, to where really the only spots they can pen you is this little hatch if you expose this. But with the rear turret, it's hard to, you know, be able to see that, or if they chuck heat through the front of your turret front, to where, you know, it's definitely something to where it depends specifically on the tank itself, to where not every tank can side scrape as well, but it is something to where regardless of the tank you're in, you can actually side scrape more or less, you know, to some degree. It's not going to be something that you can just bounce everything getting thrown at you, but you will be able to deflect more than just say coming at a right angle right around the corner. P54E1 challenge? Okay. I'll do that after this battle here, which, you know, there is even something called like you can reverse. You know, if your tank has a turret in the front, you can actually put your rear to the, say, cover and point out backwards. Some tanks do work like that, but that's all, like, the amount of times that you can actually pull that off is really low, to where I wouldn't suggest even trying that. You're better off, you know, not even getting yourself all screwed up trying to drive backwards and angle like that. Like the KV5 and stuff can do that sometimes. But basically, the concept behind side scraping is presenting the smallest target to your enemy. Like, it helps to have a rear turret, but it's not exactly exclusive to that. Presenting a small target to the enemy, and, you know, the least amount of weak spots. Now, getting permatracked, it is something to where, like, if I see people doing it, if I know they're side scraping and I can't pen them, I'll just chuck HE at them. Especially if you can hit the back near the engine, you can cause them to, you know, get set on fire. But you can permatrack people like that and hit them with HE, and they're kind of screwed at that point if they can't shoot back at you. So it's not exactly, you know, the ultimate tactic, but depending on the person you're playing it against, or, you know, if you have a repair kit or a good repair crew, you can definitely pull off some nice stuff. Hoping there already spares me here. Crap. Oh my god, that was my fault there. I just have a feeling their T-29 is going to be paying me a visit. I don't want to get myself too far out here, especially their OI is kind of looking here, to where if I'm spotted and have to fall back through there, I'm going to die. I'm just waiting for my KV2 and ARL to probably come up and help me. But something I do sometimes, where pretty much I always try to angle going around a corner. If you can just stick like your track out, yep, that hurt. Really hurt. That was a direct hit, that second one. I was too busy trying to Fix my loader. Come on, shoot, shoot. Oh my god, how did you not do any damage? Crap. This is not good for me. I'm 2-shot level. This KV2 is not exactly helping. Okay, I need to start. Nah, he's gonna be able to hit me. Ooh, that worked. I always try to angle though going around corners, because sometimes if you angle the opposite direction, so say sticking out the front of your tank, people will hit you in the track, and if you have a repair kit, then you just fix it, take a shot at them, and pull back. Or they'll hit like your upper plate and bounce if you're not showing the side armor. Alright, this KV2. VK3002D though, I really like it. Like, whereas I do like the T20 a lot as a tier 7 medium, this could get me killed. This tank has pretty much everything outside of just raw accuracy and penetration. I'm really pushing the limit here as to whether or not I can not die by this KV2. But it's got a little bit of armor, a ton of DPM, and pretty good amount of mobility. He's still moving, so I'm going to take a chance and shoot right by him. Woo. Oh, my life flashed before my eyes there. Fortunately, this is where the accuracy comes into play to where, yeah, he's going to be able to get by me. And I'm actually going to want to bail here because this KV2 is going to be able to kill me. I'm going to see if he drops down. Hey, little buddy, stop that. Thinks he's a cat and he tries to groom himself. Ooh, I missed you there. Holy crap, though. I can't believe I missed that, but it's on me. KV2, though, I would have dropped off the side to get a funny shot, but that's how I think, but it wouldn't be the most effective thing for him to do here. We'll see, though. Screw you, Crusader, because I do not have a high repair skill on this, so he might be able to get a second shot on me. Oh god, that guy's flipped over. I can't believe I just missed that again too. I'm sorry, WZ. I can... It's one of those moments to where this is a weird situation where how do you deal with it? Sorry, little tank. I know you're stuck there. I'll leave it to the KV2 to hopefully help you. I can't, yeah, the OI is moving towards me. Fury's there. There's a Hellcat, a Crusader. And there's still a Dicker Max somewhere. Is our RD gonna be able to help me? Crap. Now this is honestly a losing battle here, but yeah. I had to track him there. Still potential here. Yeah, he got me. Unfortunately though, pushing on that KV2 like that kind of screwed us over, but he stuck it out and he got us to screw up there. Hello, JT and Chase. But a pretty decent battle. I don't think we're gonna win this though. Especially because this guy is kind of stuck. He can go right around there to where he can easily dart and leapfrog back, but it's not going to be easy. Oh well, I gave it my best. Did over 2k damage and assisted with over 1,000, but I'll take a look at that after the T54 E1 challenge coming up here. So I'm going to have to do, it's a standard challenge, 1.5 times the HP total. So we'll see if I actually live through the first 2 minutes. It's the problem I have with this tank sometimes, is dying early. I had to get to 2,625 though. Damage, assist, and blocked all combined. I'd say, yeah, most people don't see that low tier map. They are adding province back into the game, most likely with HD maps. They have a kind of rework available for it. There's a video out somewhere to where they do plan on adding province back in for like tier 1 through 3, I think, or maybe up to tier 4. See you, Grigsby. Thanks for getting up a little early to watch. Hope you have a good day. Hello, Tap. Nice to see you. I'll do a raffle coming up after this battle here. Fortunately, you know, this is not my favorite map to play. I definitely like it better than I used to, but it's definitely not like saying even close towards the top maps I like to see. Might want to go this way. It's just, we have so many people heading to the hill to where it'd be nice if we could put at least 1 or 2 other people down here. It's all fine and dandy pushing the hill as hard as you can, but I feel like most people only go there because it's like what they see people do. It's not that it's the best tactical spot to actually head to, if that makes any sense. Granted, I could very much just die here. Just kind of hoping that I'd catch a straggler, like a slow tank or someone late that can be hit from directly in front of me. Yeah, I was a little bit too late over on this side. Alright, so we don't have the hill. I would like to flank, which there's object 432, so I'll try to help him. It's just, this tank doesn't exactly have a lot of staying power, so flanking here is definitely risky, and I'm probably going to hate myself for doing it. I'm actually going to, not to say ditch him, but I'm going to take a slightly longer approach here. Just playing with, you know, an autoloader that has a really long reload between magazines, it definitely limits what you can do. Alright, they're actually... I'm actually in a really bad spot now. I got people behind me, they're gonna come in front of me too, and nobody here to help. I don't even think I'm gonna get to my second reload, so I would say you're gonna win this one, because I got a little bit too ahead of myself here. I still got 22 seconds and sent reloads before that, as well as say like the grill. I'm trying. I'm a goner. Oh well. Even though I technically did get to the... That was a really bad battle, but I had to get to 1.5 times the HP, which is 2,625, and I got to 2,773. So I did just barely get over it somehow. I blocked... I forget even what I blocked like 2 Centurion shots and I believe a Bat Chat shot. and something else there. But unfortunately I did overextend, and the 3 mediums here, heading to this spot, like I use it early, where these guys are, to try to get little shots without having to commit. But later on being here, you can't take shots pushing out of here to where they're just getting torn to shreds from the hill. You have people that can come this way, they can push up where this M103 is pushing up. It's actually a really bad spot to be caught in later on because you're just literally stuck, and if there's arty, they can arty you. But we just got torn apart here. I could have done a lot more for my team. My other thought for this was they didn't really have anyone here, to where instead of trying to push up here and maybe the object 430 would still be alive, I should have just ran this way and tried to do something. But oh well. I thought you had me there, honestly, Victor, because that was not a very good match for me, but somehow I blocked damage. I don't know how I blocked their shots. Which unfortunately we did lose Abby. I got a Mastery Badge First Class, Patrol Duty, top 2 damage. Our Artie did a very nice job, so did theirs. And yeah, as far as top experience for my team, 3rd place even on their team. Yeah, 2100 damage, 1700 assists. Not a bad match for the VK, but unfortunately, you know, at the end of the day, it's still a loss. We add something into the shop here. Thank you again, the Labova. I missed that, your tip after Grigsby's thing. Thanks for that. Alright, so up next here I have a IKV. Somehow I got a 2 marks of excellence on the T54E100 there. Yeah, that wasn't... For perspective's sake, I'm seeing where I placed on my team because it felt like we died really early there. Yeah, we actually did cause some damage, but we just lost a lot of tanks on the hill to where I would say it's like 25% chance I end up going to the hill on that map. But I feel like a lot of people that play, what is it, Tundra? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Tundra is, it's like 50-50. Either they go to the hill or they go all the way to the other side on that one, the one line or something. There's a lot more to that map to where when you start using the middle a little bit more, you're not just like stuck in one spot of the map and hoping for the best. But unfortunately I did overextend a little bit for being in the T54 E1 there. Alright, so let me start a giveaway here. Winner gets, we're up to 1,000 Levi biscuits. Yeah, the new map that has like the shipyard elements does look pretty well. That's part of, they're kind of going, it's technically like an Asian theme map, but it's kind of a play on World of Tanks, or not, World of Tanks Blitz. That's what I was trying to say. Has a map very similar to that, to where they tweaked that a little bit, expanded it. They switched out the ship that was on there too and added in different ships for the PC version here. Yeah, with the long reloads on the magazine, I knew I shouldn't have pushed out. I always like draw a line kind of in my head, like a halfway point, to where once you start pushing past that earlier on in a match to where you can't exactly... The hell did that guy drown? He specifically did that. There's no other reason for him to have driven that far out of the path. More or less, once you start pushing across that, you have to really be, you know, on your toes. But yeah, that E25 is... He's someone who probably does that specifically to troll people. Excuse me. I don't know what it is about drinking coffee. It makes me... my mouth like, it's hard to talk. It's like cotton mouth. Alright, unfortunately we have a lot of people over here, but no scouts. And nobody pushing. Alright, he died. That was the unlucky raffle winner there of our little group. This tank's fairly accurate, but... whether or not I'm actually going to be able to hit stuff is another thing. I don't mind sitting back here when I actually have shots on stuff, but I don't have any right now because we don't have anybody able to push. I'm probably gonna end up shifting over because right now, you know, I don't have any options available to me. I need to try to stay out of max G range, but this IS-3 might be an issue. But it's just tough with this tank because you're basically a rear mounted tank. I don't want to go too much past that. I don't think he lagged out. He just, you know, that was really where the E25 died. That was like really far off the beaten path. But that's where, like I say it a few times, like my blacklist, I kind of just, you know, I put a lot of people on it to where I don't mind people taking people off if they got on there for like pinging the map a lot or something that just irritates me. Where not everyone on there is like somebody that his team killed or did something like really heinous. This is make it or break it here. I really wish that that IS had pushed a little. Whoop, here we go. Oh, there's a E25. Crap. We got this though. We got 3 Arty and E25, which is sitting up there. I think the E25 probably ran. Yeah, let's say Levi, whenever he moves under my microphone, sometimes you can hear him snoring in a lot of my videos or streams. Congrats, Walter, on winning the raffle. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. I'll take a pot shot here. No, I didn't even get that far. Somehow I did get some assist damage. Chasing an E25 across the map. Not exactly the best battle here, but we gotta win. I do like the Swedish TDs in the mid tiers before you get to tier 8. They're not anything like out of this world as far as, you know, there's nothing special to them. But they are pretty good tanks at being able to fight at mid to long range. But often they are overlooked because, you know, they didn't really bring the siege mode or anything to the game to where, you know, they got good guns on them. They don't cause a lot of damage per shot like the tier 6 and the 7, but they're pretty accurate. They have good pen. That match though, I just, maybe if I had set up a little bit differently towards the edge there in the beginning, I would have gotten more in that battle. So Levi has a pick here. I'm gonna pop back into, excuse me. I do have the TVP I still need to grind, but with the ARL here I can get really close to finishing this. I got about 5,000 experience left on this guy before I'm done this grind. It's on track, so I'm trying to get as much done for this tank as possible. I'm actually probably gonna start like I'm gonna be starting Russian tank destroyers. That's like my next full branch, but I do, and mainly the Object 268 line, because the 263 line doesn't look very appealing right now with the changes they're doing. Honestly, I think they're gonna go through all these changes unless they're gonna put another rebalancing patch out like during the public patch. The super test changes to the 263 line look god awful. These tanks they're gonna have armor and hard hitting guns at the higher tiers, but the accuracy is terrible and the mobility is not too great. However, I think I'm gonna start grinding some experience on the T10 because I am kind of looking forward to the heavy that comes after that, if it's the Object 777. Alright, so top tier here. I'm gonna start with standard, but I might have to swap to APCR because that OI, I kind of need to be the one to get damage on him, given the other two tier 6s don't have the best guns on them. And of course I missed him. He's pushing here. He's now not pushing anymore. Really? I missed that shot too? I am playing with the 105. The problem with the ARL is it doesn't have the best aim time. The 105 is less accurate, but the aiming time both on the 90 and the 105 is pretty bad. Okay. Feel free to do that to me, I don't care. Didn't cause much damage to me, and now I have a little bit of cover to work off of. This M4 is honestly playing with fire because you use the 105 on this tank because it has really good alpha for its tier. T-3485M though. Could be a little, yeah. I knew he was gonna, he's gonna try to focus on me. Nope, maybe not. Surprised though he got around there without dying like instantly. Get that down to one shot. M4, I should be fine. Going around on him one more time here, but ooh, crapola. I actually just blew my repair kit. Yep, and I'm dead now. That was a very bad mistake. I did my repair kit and the leopard still had like 4 shells, and he perma-tracked me out there. Or not perma-tracked me, but he kept me tracked. Oh well, a little bit of a hiccup. Otherwise I would have been alright there. Yep, that's my fault though. I just hope that we can still win this, because they have their OI left with a pretty good amount of HP. 1400 damage though, but a little bit upset I stupidly made that mistake though. I will say some of the requests now, you know, I'll keep typing in the tank requests, but you know, whether or not I can get to them all, we're, you know, in the last hour of the stream here. Okay, so I have M48, not tier 8. 38A5. Yeah, Nice way to request a tank, but yes, it does help with the request command, as they said. And also, I do have Fussbot set up to where you're just under. If some people use all caps, it does ban them. Or temporarily, just a minute. Which, if you've noticed, there's been a lot less... a lot less spam happening recently. From like those stupid bot accounts. Yep, that's exactly how you do it, Chase. Yeah, it just makes it easier for me because it stickies up over here. So Fussbot did get an update to where now it can filter things out based off of usernames too. So a lot of those names actually come up under the words I have already filtered through there. Where I haven't seen many of them pop up, but they should get auto hidden before they kind of pop up in chat for everybody. Oh, hi. I know, I pet you. It doesn't mean I want you to get up. Alright, so M48 here. I have a T10 up after that, an IS-4, IS-7, AMX Foch B. Good, he moved. I can move my chair now. I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna try to peek in the center, but the south here has a pretty tough time at actually winning the hill. I'm gonna try, I guess, to get a couple early shots. I don't want to push the town right now like I usually do, because I have a feeling I'm just gonna get stuck out there. And of course this guy stopped. I was kind of banking on him it being my proverbial meat shield. I'll take my one hit there. A little upset that I got hit. But there's no arty, so sitting here is not that risky in the beginning. Usually I wouldn't go here because arty has very good shots. But we did just lose the hill, no surprise there. There's a Type 4 out here, which scares me a little bit. That guy just got stuck out there in a bad spot. Because we have plenty of people in the town to where we shouldn't lose that. Also, we're gonna... They still have a Type 5 somewhere. I see their Type 4s out here. But our town should be fine given that their Type 5 isn't like pushing that hard. I'm a little bit scared where this Type 5 is because I could run into him and I do not want to. There's an oh-ho down low here where I set myself over here. Given that there's no arty, I don't have to worry about being arty'd, but I can shoot the hill, shoot the center, and shoot the left here. So it gives me a lot of options. There's their Type 5. So now the oh-ho should be alone down on that flank. Ooh, God. He's pointing right at me there. Crap. The grill got up. Grill got a freebie there. Alright. It's T95. I'm gonna try to get this flank broken open. I don't think that anything is behind the oh-ho. Not happy though having to potentially brawl against this guy, but he's not actually playing. Maybe he is. I just don't want to get myself stuck on a rock. It'll probably happen. But I'd rather not get hit by a TD. Our other side's starting to fail now. Go 1-2 punch, and that's why I did not want to push up further. Yeah, I can't do that. P95, you can have at it all you want, but I am not pushing there alone into those. This Type 5 is going to have a field day right now. It's just decisions. Thought I could get a little cheapy shot here. Nope. You can still ping me all you want, dude. You're going on... Like, it's not our fault you died over there. Like, I'm trying to make the best out of a crappy situation over here. It's like me trying to push in an M48 was not going to work against their heavies. Gonna keep an eye on this T95 because I can still potentially help him. As long as he doesn't get pushed on though, we'll be fine there. Kinda wish I was on the northern side though. I would have been able to push the hill, I feel like. No shot there. Alright, now I'm just kind of derping around. I don't know where I want to go because I can't push into a Type 5 heavy. I'll probably just try to get shots into the center here if possible, but I can't actually push on a Type 5. Go. But Menz is one of those maps at the higher tiers. Sometimes you just gotta dig in from the south here, because it's just not possible to push the hill if you lose it early on. Holy crap, their Type 5 actually went all the way back there. Really surprised at that, to be honest. Crap, I just got ammo racked. I'm trying. Not gonna. We're not gonna like this in a second, or at least I won't. Tried to make the best out of this map, though. Hello, Mr. M4A1 Rev. Another dude. But I got a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to help my team all that much with... Crap, I just missed that little corner there. And I'm a goner. Oh well. Hello, Boom. Nice to see you. But, yeah. 6,100 damage. It's just... Unfortunately, I wasn't able to help out too much with holding ground, but... Oh well. I'm gonna see how well this guy does, because if I had him behind me, I feel like that would have went a lot better. Not that we probably would have won it, but we could have had a chance if that E4 was over on this side. But he did stop them pushing through the town, so... Yeah, it's pretty gone. It's pretty much a done deal now. Alright, but coming up next here, I'm gonna have the T10 heavy. I'm just curious how this ends, because if they come one by one at this guy, we could see him win this, but only if they do that. And he is gonna have trouble spotting people. But yeah, my problem is, like, I picked this spot because there's no arty, but coming from the south, if you're not pushing the town or can't, to me, a lot of times you're better off just leaving the huge amount of enemies that usually push the center. And if you can take this, you know, this flank here, it helps your team by not A, getting flanked, but sometimes if there aren't TDs back here, you can actually get people to push a little bit off of the hill, but it's easier than trying to ram through something that just does not work. But, yeah. Unfortunately, setting up here, we had a Tiger 2 behind us, or just me, and the T95 when he pushed up, to where we weren't getting much like support fire from him. But, you know, he was bottom tier in this match. But the enemy, you know, they played it right. They took the hill, and they played it slow. If they had like tried to push through the hill earlier, they would have you know, definitely swung things in our favor. But yeah, T10 for the next tank request. Which for tonight's stream, I'll be back on at 9 p.m. We'll be playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground. So if you'd like to see me fail over and over and die, it'll be a fun stream. Last stream I did of it, you know, it's kind of like the second day of me playing it, where I know a little bit more about the game. But got a third class, actually a pretty good battle in the ARL, but unfortunately our team lost. High caliber though, easily the most amount of damage, to where the T57 was yelling at us. Yeah, like he was pinging us like he died over in the town. We wouldn't have been able to do that much else if, you know, say me, or I think he was pinging like the Tiger 2. We lost. It's basically as simple as that. Alright, so T10, need to make sure I have accelerated crew training off, because I'd like to start accruing some experience on this. See ya, boom. I have a little bit over a half hour left here, so I should be able to get through a bit of these requests. I'll try my best to get through as many as possible. Alright, so Sand River Assault. Ooh, defending. Probably gonna end up in the center, but I don't know. When I'm faced with a lot of options for defending, I typically pick the wrong spot coming from, you know, this map in like a heavy or something. I'm gonna see if both of my mouses head to the center, I'll probably fan out over here. I might need an energy drink for tonight. Octane power. I already have the IS-7. This is gonna be for the whatchamajig, the new tier 10 coming out after the next patch, because the T10 gets moved over. Alright, so the Malsons, they're all heading here in a big ball. I'll fan out a little bit over to the right here, where it should be the Object 7.7 version 2. I have a video up of that if you want to take a look at that. What tank am I weakest in? It definitely is light tanks I am the worst at. Basically tanks with no armor, or autoloaders with the longest reload between clips. I'm banking on their Object 140s not being over here. If they are, I'll be in a little bit of trouble. But my problem just comes down to, in those tanks, sometimes I'm a little bit stubborn to where I'll play them, you know, there's nothing wrong with playing them aggressive, but I'll play them aggressively, but then get myself into a Of course they're over here. Here comes a heat. Yep, I knew exactly what he was going to hit me with, both of them. Or no, one hit me with APCR, the other heat. But, ooh, you came in pretty fast there. Probably not going to end too well for me, especially with one already on me. The other one will probably be fast to follow suit, but I need to pull back here. I find a lot of times though, defending, your team gives this up way too easily, this location. Like, it's not the easiest spot to defend based off of where they spawn. However, having at least one person there, especially to slow them down, because the time does come into effect for assault a lot more than random battles. It's better to contest it, whether it's a light or a medium, or in this case, you know, I popped out here in a heavy. Ooh, Lord. Yep, I see you there. So that's kind of a no-go. I cannot get out of here now. A little bit surprised though, my arty, I pinged here. There we go, there's an arty shot. They pinged there, but they didn't actually fire, unless they completely missed. But I'm gonna see all that heat in APCR, I'm just gonna melt there. There's only so long a T10 can bounce stuff. But as far as, you know, I damaged a couple tanks. Unfortunately now, you know, what I didn't want to happen is going to happen, to where they're going to be able to push through here, because having a lot of tanks in the center is all fine and dandy. But if you don't have people, you know, either back here as a TD or where this VK is defending, it's kind of like a domino effect where he actually did get himself really isolated now. To where once they kind of gain access to here, sometimes they can push all the way up here and get to your arty, or they get shots kind of on the backside of here. I think we'll still be fine, given that this flank cleared E1, so they should be able to rebound. But yeah, I still ended up doing 1,700 damage and blocking 2,400, and stopping, you know, their tier 10 mediums for a little bit. A Scorpion request, Pez. I can add it on here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it though. I don't have the object 430 though, Vance. So an IS4 up next here. Well, the 140, he was just sitting up in the mountains. Like the one platoon mate of his pushed up the spot. The other one was sitting back with heat, just chucking it off the mountain. I was fine with. He actually did not cause any damage to me, I believe, at that range. See you, Carl. Honestly, a lot of people, you know, where I live, like since I live near Philly, are Eagles fans. I was having a discussion as someone who, you know, worked in Philadelphia as a cop before too. I'm terrified of Philadelphia. The Scorpion, Pez, that is true. I don't do well in a Scorpion G. To where if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, we are definitely screwed, because Philly is used to losing a lot, to where when they actually do win something, especially with Eagles fans, they're gonna riot because they win. Alright, we have a lot of people heading there. I'll go to my backup spot, even though 3 SPGs. Yeah, I'll head over here and hope for the best. We have one Scorpion G over here, so I might as well head that way. Me personally, like, I don't like sports too much, but like I'll watch like stuff like the Super Bowl and catch like the end of it. I don't like the commercials, to be honest. Unless it, like, I don't mind watching soccer, since, you know, I have a theory that soccer isn't popular in the US because they can't run commercial breaks during, you know, they only have the halftime basically. I got myself a little bit off. Which, whew, that M46, I would have went to the hill. I thought he was heading over there. Should be able to get a shot on him. It's a bad gun. Really? 0 damage crit? Or not even a crit. That was just 0 damage. Go figure. It's just my luck. Yeah. I knew going into this Artie's going to be shooting me. I'm really hoping though, I don't know why we put that many people there. The M46 just got completely annihilated too. Our team put way too many eggs into that very small basket there. It's not like 100% that we're going to lose this, but putting that many people in the center, they're just going to get torn to shreds from people on the hill. Where I was expecting the M46 to go there. Yeah, unfortunately this is game over essentially. We put so many people in the center and like at this point pinging guys is not gonna do anything. I'm gonna try to make something happen here and maybe take a little bit of pressure off on them, but unless something changes here very quickly here, we're in a little bit of deep doo-doo. Now I got the tier 10 Artie's attention. Luckily that IS-4 is pretty decent at, unless I can get direct hit where both of their SPG spots. Where you want to do that, T69? He using gold? No. Yep, yes he is. But if he's not using gold, he can actually penetrate me. But we're only down by 4 now. I thought this was going to be a lot more lopsided, but I feel like they have a lot of people on the hill, and also they have a lot of people right in front of me here. I think 4 tanks. But hello, Cucumber. Nice to see you. Maybe we'll go for round 2 here. And hope this AMX-65T doesn't shoot me. I don't know if this cover is going to work as well as my RU-251 match last stream. No. I'm just hoping I can spot. Like, I'm not able to spot any of them given the bushes. But this type 4 is annoying the hell out of me. I'm gonna go for my gun. Yeah, the type 4 is just H-ing me down here. Holy hell, he actually penned me there. That's not good. AMX CDA 105. Oh well, I tried. That worked a little bit. It's just unfortunate that I can't spot them because you know, the bushes are doubled up. And I'm spotted. Yeah, there's somebody. Type 4. He actually has, I believe, the stock gun or the regular non-derp gun, and he's just chucking HE out of that. Yeah, we just lost the Scorpion G. The T-34 is also a little bit further up than I would like. We're down by 7 though, so I honestly don't have that much to lose here. But that's why you don't put 7 tanks, I think, into F6. Especially when you have 3 arties, so we're left with, I think, 5 tanks outside of that one little square. Yeah, the Scorpion G got me. Oh well, so a pretty crappy match in the IS-4, but I don't know why that guy's saying, come on, lights, light them up. We have no tanks left. Alright, so IS-7 is up next. That was just... Usually you don't have enough people in the center to where we sent way too many people into the center there. My last battle we did win that, the T10, top 4 damage there. Not too bad, considering that was all in the beginning there, that damage. I got an IS-7 up, and then I've got an AMX Foch B, T57 Heavy, Super Pershing, a Grind, Badger, and a Poodle. I might not be able to get to all that. We'll see. I potentially can go a little bit later today, but not too much. Which, hello Gabastar, nice to see you. Well, yeah, as far as well, the lights, the reason I always lose challenges in them is the likelihood of you getting like a city maps like 50-50. Yes, I was surprised that AMX TD penned me, because I was, you know, I wasn't over angled there, where he was penning me somewhere, like you said, on my turret. I don't know how, but because he wasn't even using premium, but it happens. I'm just mad at myself. I should have went to the hill, because with that many people in the center, I probably would have just, for lack of better words, like YOLO'd on the hill and hope that everyone would hit the people on there. But yeah, the M46, he looped back. I was hoping that he would spot, but it didn't work out. Okie dokie. So, thoughts of how far I'm gonna push here. So in my head, I'm like, I can push as far as I want here, but we'll see. Okay, their Super Conqueror and IS-7 are set up. Why are they calling out the WZ-111-5A? He's just driving over here. But I think I'm gonna press this because I see that their 10s are over on that side. There's a T10. Only because, ooh, you're going a little bit too far there, 50-120. Replace a little by a lot now. Holy crap. Well, since they're all going to be aiming at him, I'm going to take this crap. Like, take this opportunity and push up further here, but I can't push out any further than this. And this Type 4 is able to HE me. Why are we going this far still, guys? Like, E4, don't. You can get shot from there. We lost the Foch B. Go. Hoping that we can potentially get Cladite over angled there, because I had a feeling he'd swap the heat. Do I think that I can bounce a Yag Tiger like this? I'm not too sure. But this guy, whew, almost made a mistake there. He's using heat. He got me there. It's just sometimes over angling in this, and they'll hit you with heat. That guy gets learned that you can get shot from the right there. Yeah, your spaced armor will soak it up on the side. Alright, so I gotta worry about the 183 and the Yag Tiger. Leaning. Nope, I'm gonna actually fall back. This Type 4 is gonna commit. The Conqueror is a little bit too far out, but if we all push back here, we'll have come on, guys. Somebody? Anybody? Or not? This kind of like strange move in there. Anybody see that big heavy tank there in the corner? Here we go. We're about to get flanked from behind. There's a Super Conqueror of all things, so this is gonna turn out a little bit bad here. Might as well throw my hat into the ring. Wishful thinking. And I missed. Run away, even though I'm still gonna die. We're only down by 2, but like a little merry-go-round here. Come on, armor, work. Kind of worked. No. Yeah, that didn't work there. Did 5,000 damage though. 3,300 blocked. It's just, we had a few people. I don't know why our team was pushing that hard. Like, it's fine pushing, say, up to here, and up to the doorway, but pushing past that doorway, the E4, the 5120 pushing past there, and all these guys, you don't push past here when there's still tanks sitting in this area, you know, potentially back here, and we're getting flanked from behind. So could have went better there. I'll take a look at this after it ends though, so I can get into another battle here quickly. But not a bad match damage wise and stuff. It's just, you know, poor execution from our team. So I have a Fosh B here. Thanks, GG. Big. That IS-4 getting pinned that last match. Yeah, that was just, it was luck there. But I did literally crap when it came to damage, and I spotted a little bit, but oh well. So Fosh B here, and a T-57 heavy. But with the IS-7, a lot of people screaming like don't angle it. You know, sometimes over angling it will save you, especially against heat, because heat will cut through the front. Not perfectly, say across like the whole upper glacis, but sometimes just praying that the side armor and the tracks soak up heat, it works more than you would imagine. But you definitely don't want to angle like completely flat. Basically just, you know, angle a little bit and wiggle around a little bit. Sometimes you get lucky. Anyway, Levi's cuddling with his, if I can switch the cam here, he has his little pink hedgehog with him. I threw at him earlier, but this is probably going to be, I would guess, a tier 10 only match here. But again, tonight I'll be playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start time for that. Should be, you know, a pretty interesting stream. Now that I have a few dozen matches under my belt. I think there was also a... This is taking forever. I'm going to look at this battle before moving on, because the matchmaking queue is taking long. But yeah, easily the most amount of damage on my team. Only the Bat Chat came close. It was close in the end, you know, only three enemies left, but oh well. We just couldn't stand up at the end, given that we're down by quite a bit of tanks. which depending on if the test server comes out by the next stream for tanks, that'll be Thursday morning. Whenever that pops out, most likely to stream, you know, that day or, you know, following, I'll be doing the public test server. Yes. Hello, Steve. Nice to see you. But like, especially with a lot of tanks having heat shells, you'll be surprised the amount of people that keep firing heat. Even if you're angled wrong or over angling, they'll keep firing heat to where if they hit your track, it actually hurts for them to shoot heat at you, and yet they'll still keep doing it. That might be all they've run, because some people, and I think with Holiday Ops over now, it'll start toning down a little bit, but it's still more than, you know, most people would want to see premium rounds getting thrown. Most people, or not most, but some, especially at higher tiers, run just full premium rounds. I don't get it. Like, it is effective a lot of times, but I don't get the satisfaction from that. Hello, Ego. Unfortunately right now, I did play a few Russian mediums earlier. It's towards the end of the stream here to where I have a T57 heavy coming up, a Super Pershing, and I have a few others I'm not sure if I can get to. But the way my streams work is you can request tanks. I pretty much do primarily viewer tank requests, but towards the end here, you know, I can't take any more requests given the time I have left. I'm not going to want to push around the corner here unless I'm going to see where the bat comes around. Oh, you're moving too? Kinda angry that I got myself here. I should have went further north. I'm just waiting to see if this bat is going to do me a small little favor and help push the 140 off of that corner. I don't think he is. Yep, I knew he was firing heat. I could have went a different route here. I should have. Honestly, I play the Foch B, Foch 155. I'm terrible at these things. But I chose the wrong spot here for this tank. There's too many different variables here to where... Oh, great. Awesome. This is gonna hurt. Yes. Whoa. Oh, God. Do you want me to not shoot? Fortunately, I kind of have to press the issue here. Kidding me, I aim too high. But yeah, I'll admit, I don't play French TDs that well. They are one of my most recent grinds, but yeah. This is usually what happens to me. I lose so much HP fighting the tank itself and positioning it that I can't do anything else after that. It's like, who knows if this guy is gonna end up pushing? Yep. I'm probably gonna end up missing my chance. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't pull the trigger fast enough and he just blew right past me. Alright, the 140 did run. Should I reload? I don't think I should. Luckily my team is up, so it's not on my shoulders here, fortunately. But that's kind of the downside of the French TDs, is at the high tiers, you kind of fight positioning this tank a lot of times, especially close closer up towards enemies. New heavy Russian tanks, I think they're good. Like it still remains to be seen. You have to wait until the public test to see what exactly they're going to shake out to be, but it looks like the rear turret ones will be a nice addition to the game. I'm still waiting. It's not confirmed yet. It's all rumors. The Object 777 version 2 to come after the T10. I don't think that'll be like the best tier 10 heavy, but it will be a fun and different Russian heavy to play. But in the grand scheme of things, like, people scream that, you know, they focus too much on Russian tanks. They're playing to their, you know, largest player base, but the changes they're making, they're not like stupid changes outside of the Object 263 line. I will agree that honestly almost nobody wants this except for wargaming, and it's kind of funny in a way because they're taking the Object 268 ooh, I was lucky not to die there. The Object 268 V4, I believe, and they're actually buffing its armor well above what it should be just to fit it in at tier 10 and moving the 263 down. And the 263 technically could get better side armor if they want it, to where, you know, they're honestly, why not just put the Object 268 V4 at tier 9 with less armor and leave the 263 in. I know that they're changing it for other reasons, but I think the TD line is, I had wanted the Object 263, not too much any other tank in that line, but now it kind of killed that tank line for me. Anyway though, ended up being a decent battle. Got 5 kills, 3,600 damage, but I could have gotten a lot more if I didn't screw up early on. So T57 heavy coming up. I'm going to start a raffle here, and I'm going to try to fit in a super Pershing as well, but ended up being a better match than I thought it would be here. So let me pop into the T57 real quick. Trying to squeeze in as many battles as I can. Oh, you little bud. He's pretending to sleep back there. Which I kind of thought of a few of you guys remembering, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm a chef to where, you know, mainly I do this as a hobby. This isn't full-time like streaming like some people do. Yeah, I have thought about doing like a cooking stream. I'm still toying around with the idea. It's a little bit tougher than I thought to set up, you know, with the, I wouldn't want to do like a crappy quality, to be able to set up like cameras and stuff in the kitchen there, you know, having to run things from here to there is a little bit harder than I thought. But I have thought potentially I could try something where kind of like a Q&A for just stream and tanks in general, but also while cooking, to give it a trial run when I do figure out how to set it up. My problem mainly is our kitchen. You know, I can set things up, it's just, it won't be like the best angles, I feel like. But I'm still figuring that out. Because I could technically just do it right off of my phone right now if I wanted to. Sounds like Ryan's having a bad day. She said she just got a new student, I guess, that switched classes. It's kind of strange. Deadliest tanker chef. That's pretty cool, Tap. Okay, a few of you guys have, you know, asked about it, and, you know, I'm thinking about ideas. I've never, I don't really, like, as far as like famous chefs and stuff, I don't really keep too much on them, up on them, but to me it's, you know, for especially people who don't know what they want to do, like I like cooking, and my family has, you know, we've been in the restaurant business for like, I'm like generation 3 essentially of it, but you know, I feel like a lot of people, if you don't know what you want to do, like going to college and stuff, it's a pretty good thing to go for, because you're always going to need to cook, and you can always find a cooking job. It's actually part of the problem we're faced with right now, is not enough people actually want to cook, as far as like line cooks and stuff. Like we pay ours pretty damn well too, to where like I've had plenty of friends where I'm like, hey, you need a job, you can come cook, like I can teach you, it's not too difficult to be a line cook. They're like, no, that's too hard. Can you please move? I really want to get through here. Like now I don't, because you're taking way freaking too long. Oh my god, now I'm stuck. Stop freaking hitting me, dude. I can't stop here because we had the VK-168. Just, yeah. Like, fighting against my freaking teammates here, like, stopping up the whole train here. That's unfortunate. Like, I don't plan on cooking forever. I don't think it's something to where, unless you're like owning a restaurant or just like executive chef or something, I don't have any plans to work in a kitchen when I get, say, past like mid-30s or something. This is gonna be a really big gamble. I knew the T-10 could hit me. And he hit me again, but fortunately I survived that. Oh, there's an STA still back there. I was trying to clear out all to our left here and then go from there, but he's trying to get me here. There we go. Now we're in a good spot, except for the base. I'm gonna hope that they can deal with that, but even though I'm one-shottable, I'm still gonna head back here, just in case the worst possible situation happens. Congrats, Victor, on the raffle. Like, why is everyone congratulating Victor? I completely forgot that I start the raffle, because I'm gonna do one more battle up after this in the Super Pershing. Not exactly the best amount of damage I could have gotten here. I missed a couple opportunities, but for as poorly as we were playing together, it turned out pretty damn well. Really, there's that small little... Probably gonna kill me too. You for missing. If I'm like that little building, honestly, this has to be in that one spot where he's behind. I don't think he even noticed, but there's a Jagdpanther 2 somewhere. I'm guessing he's in the D or E line, but he could be further north. Hello, Steven. Nice to see you. It's looking like he's gonna end up right over here. Or an A1. Almost. Awesome. 4,300 damage. Got a little bit more there at the end. Somebody gets an RD shot him. Pez, as far as emotes over on Twitch, you know, unfortunately, unless they change their affiliate agreement to where if you basically become an affiliate, I honestly could, to where I could add emotes and people could like subscribe to me and stuff over there, but I wouldn't be able to stream to YouTube. You know, I don't mind, you know, being able to do two things, but the only thing holding Twitch back is honestly themselves, in my opinion, because they might be #1 right now as far as user base, but not even just YouTube gaming, but Mixer has actually been doing some pretty cool stuff to where other platforms do have a lot going for them now. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, if I do that, it's basically not allowed to dual stream at the same time. The only way I'd be able to get around that is, say, if I apply to be a partner for Twitch, and specifically you can negotiate it out, but I believe basically they take more of percentage of your subscriptions and money that you get through Twitch, to where I could dual stream if I was a partner over on Twitch. But I'm not going to drop YouTube just because most people, you know, in the grand scheme of things, watch over on Twitch. Unfortunately, I can't take any other requests, guys. It's the end of the stream here. This is going to be my last battle. And I always say, like, for anyone that is looking out to start streaming, the differences between the two, so while YouTube has a little, more people associate YouTube with pre-recorded videos than streaming, whereas Twitch is the opposite. It is easier to start on YouTube for streaming because the way that they promote live streams, it's based off of, you know, like tags, the title, basically what you're streaming and what your specific stream is, to where while streams with a lot of viewers do get ranked higher up more often, on YouTube gaming, if you're streaming something specific and someone's looking for that, they're going to put you at the top, even over, say I put my stream title like World of Tanks new player stream or something along those lines, and someone's looking for that on YouTube, my stream will kind of be put at the top over somebody else's that is just World of Tanks stream. Whereas on Twitch, it's all based off of the amount of people looking at you at that given time for your ranking. So you do get a lot of viewers that can find you on YouTube over Twitch if you are starting out. I'm hoping they can't hit me. I was hoping to get a shot on him because he still has a full clip. Yep, this might be a very fast battle here. We're just gonna get swarmed. Oh god. I still have people on my left here, but that's what I did not want. That's exactly what I'm gonna get here. They can now take shots at me. Yep, and I'm dead. Oh well. Got 1,000 damage out of that, but I should have looked at the map a little bit closer. But because looking that the enemy didn't put as many people in this area, likelihood of them hitting here is pretty high, because who wants to go to a beach? My next stream's tonight at 9 p.m. For Battlegrounds. But yes, if you're not an affiliate or a partner on Twitch, a lot of times they don't give you transcoding, or encoding, I mean, to where whatever you're streaming to directly to Twitch is the only option viewers get. So sometimes it is laggy over there as far as having to buffer and whatnot. Where YouTube, there is a lower entry for that. But yeah, no service is perfect. I just, I'm a little bit annoyed that Twitch has that exclusive clause in their basically affiliate and stuff, to where not even just streaming, but I feel like in general you're doing yourself a disservice tying yourself to one place. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching, guys. This is my last battle, of course. I'll be back tonight for the stream of the game of the week, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So it'll be a fun little stream. Thank you very much, Labobo, for the tip. But yeah, my next World of Tanks stream will be Thursday morning, starting at 8 a.m. again. Who knows when the public test server is going to come out, but I have a feeling it'll be at some point Thursday or Friday. This week we should see it get released. Typically they do it on Fridays, but it's not unknown for them to do it a little bit earlier. Thanks again for watching. I might have, between now and the next World of Tanks stream, I might have a video or two coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more for new tanks coming out. I think I covered most of them. There's one or two more I could do. I might, make something else, or I'm, working on some website stuff. Yeah, unfortunately the time zone difference is kind of different for some of us here, but thanks for catching the stream this morning, guys. At least this morning for me. It was a fun stream. Glad I could do almost all the requests. I really just missed out on the Badger and the Poodle, but yeah, this last one we got stomped. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a very nice day, and I'll see some of you guys later on today. Have a nice one.